Hello, welcome back to our podcast, Closing the Care Gap, a Pinky Promise. I would like to do a quick recap of the previous episode where we talked about self-examination. We cannot emphasize that enough. Self-breast examination. Once you're of age, as young as what age again?
From 15, 18.
Yes, you should be doing your self-breast examination. So we are back, and with me here is Dr. Yemisi Toyobo of Crestview, the radiologist at Crestview. I have Nene Bejide of ISOH Foundation, and I have Ezinne Obii-Okpala of the SYNLAB Nigeria, the team lead Anatomical Pathology Lab. So this episode is tagged Real Stories, Real Strength, Cancer Myth. So we are going to be opening shaking table. This is the shaking table. This thing. Let me come down. We are shaking table in this episode. So just prepare to hear a lot of things and to hear some biases debunked. So, but before we go into the crux of the matter, I would like to find out from Dr. Toyobo if there are any advanced technology or, let's say, artificial intelligence that you can use in medical diagnosis of breast cancer.
Yeah, definitely. AI definitely is in every aspect of our life now.
Yes. So, you just came up and just
exactly.
remained.
So, but in medical now, but in specific to diagnosis and breast screening. So, AI is very vital in mammogram. You understand? So, there's something we call computer-aided diagnosis. So, when we do the mammogram, so there is an AI technology that can help you spot area of abnormalities. Then the radiologist will now have to look effectively whether that area that is spotted, whether is real, is an artifact, or is just an area of increased opacity. Exactly. So, but the area to that you can easily miss as a radiologist. The AI technology will help you spot it, and then you then confirm what it is. So generally in imaging, so is very up and coming now. And so those are some of the things, even in Crestview, that technologies that we make use of.
Okay, over to you, Ezinne. Are there
yes, in SYNLAB we have the slide scanners. Yes, the digital slide scanners. So AI has really helped us in maximizing that part of the of pathology. So for slides, when we get the samples, we process them and turn them to slides. So
I was even going to ask a follow-up question. When you're doing that testing, what exactly are you looking for? So let's say you've made your slides now. And you've scanned it, right? You scan all your slides.
Yes, we scan the slides.
So what are you looking for in the slides?
Sure, we scan the slides, and for SYNLAB, we have a platform of pathologists who are well over 1,000 of them, and located in different parts of the world. So for that platform, it gives us the opportunity to get opinions at the tick of time to be sure that, yes, this is truly cancer, especially for cases where we're not really sure it is. And so in the slides, we're looking for malignant changes, atypical changes, morphological changes that these cells have really undergone to be able to be sure to say this is cancer. We're looking for mitosis. Mitosis is cell division. So we're looking for those cells who are basically dividing rapidly. And so we're also looking for the cells who are that have abnormal nucleocytoplasmic ratio. So we're also looking out for that. So that is all part of the components that we check in giving the grades, in giving the classification. For the breast, there are several other classifications, but for breast in particular, we use the Nottingham grade. So for Nottingham grade, depending on the grade of the mitosis, the tubular architecture, and the nucleocytoplasmic appearance. So that will help in determining what grade and stage of breast cancer that it is.
So you can tell all this from looking through your slides.
Just from looking through the
slides. Very impressive.
I'm going to say it's not easy to get
It's really not easy. So I'm coming to you, Nene, please. Moving away a little bit from your ISOH foundation. So I want to ask, can being sexually active and taking birth control pills affect treatment processes?
Again, I think that with all the scientists we have on this table, you keep giving me.
So wait, you've not come across people that have complained?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I've heard of conversations.
Okay.
Again, through awareness.
But these are myths, though. These are what people actually think.
Yeah, so now not for breast cancer, but I've heard that things like birth control pills, especially for African or people of color, Black women, that it causes is it
It predisposes them.
To not ovarian cancer or
endometrial cancer.
Yes, exactly. So I've heard of situations like that.
Okay.
But I mean, not for cancer, but I've known people, or I still know people that have probably used birth control at some point.
Okay.
And during that period, probably they now went for like a medical checkup, and they find out that they have fibroid.
Okay.
So people, I don't know.
Let me just carry it to Dr.
So doctors, I was going to move it to him.
I think in relation to breast cancer in specific, I don't think it really has any relationship with breast cancer, but maybe other form of
that's why I said the ovarian. Exactly. That's what I was trying to say.
Exposure to various
and that was one I was trying to
predispose you to cervical cancer, the other form of STIs and all those.
But can I ask a question?
Yes,
Doctor?
please.
Okay. So do you actually think now, let's clarify this myth, to say that these birth control pills, I know we are looking at breast cancer, but it's cancer in general, like the cervical cancer and all the ovarian issues and endos, you said something?
Endometrial.
Yes, endometrial cancer. Do you think that these drugs, these birth control pills or something predisposes people or women to it?
Generally, the some people have been on birth control pills have been said to, in quote, predispose to it.
So that means it does.
Yeah, but for cervical cancer, that's where the HPV comes in, and that's why it's also advised to do the cervical cancer screening for women, especially those who are really sexually active.
Women,
and then also do the HPV genotyping while taking the vaccine.
Okay, Dr. Toyobo, is cosmetic surgery recommended? Is it a recommendation?
No, I wouldn't say it is recommended, but I think it's an individual thing.
Okay.
You understand? We all have different temperament, different way of life, different belief. So, when somebody have mastectomy, some people, it's not easy to just accept that fact that, one side of your breast is gone there. So they want it to look similar. So you can do it. You understand? So, but some people, they might feel they are okay with it. They don't mind. While some other person might feel, I don't just like, some psychological issues. So I don't exactly. So that's why
it's a good excuse to get female boobs.
Yeah. So people who are in that condition need a lot of support, a lot of love.
We'll come to that support part maybe during our conclusion.
It's fine if somebody wants to do it. So it's fine. But it's not as if it's compulsory that, once you have mastectomy, you have to do a constructive surgery.
There is this other myth that people say the big boobs clan, those that have big boobs, they complain about, they're endowed in his words. They complain about back pain.
Yeah.
What's the link? Is that myth correct? Is it?
No, it's not a myth.
Is it to breast cancer?
No. It's normal. You see, it's like your spine.
He's carrying a lot.
Exactly. So that is it. So it's like a support. It's like a pole. All these lights now, there's that pole. So that's the spine. So when you now carry like an heavy load, you understand? So it's like you might have some effect on your spine on the back.
But there's this other myth where people say the use of antiperspirants, antideodorants predispose people
I've heard that
to breast cancer. But I
can relate to that.
I really checked through. There is no research documented anywhere to say it predisposes one to breast cancer, although antiperspirants containing aluminium are advised not to be used.
I felt a little should I call it lump under my armpit. And so my mom kept going, go and see the doctor. Just go. Are you sure? Just shall go and see the doctor. And I'm like, I went to see the doctor and I complained. Doctor now made it worse. Sent me for breast scan. I said, okay.
No.
It's
No,
nice
I think
because
it's
even-
better. Honestly, I
Yes,
think
it's better just-
everything you
yes.
find in your body that
That is
is
not
unusual,
normal.
exactly.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
always
Yes.
good and it's always
Yes.
better to check it up.
Check, yes.
But you see, it does not mean that every lump is cancer.
Cancer.
But
Yeah.
it's better
It
to check
doesn't
it,
check it.
and we say,
Yes.
okay, this is not cancerous, than to leave it, then some
And and
weeks,
make
months,
a-
years
But
down
was
the
yours,
line,
was
it
yours
turns to
linked to the
something else.
antiperspirant you were
You
using?
know?
Yeah, because I had to change it. at some
Basically,
point.
most of the
Oh,
time in the
okay.
armpit,
Yes.
what we find there are lymph
Lymph nodes.
nodes.
Yes.
You know, and most of the time, a lot of people shave their armpit.
Yeah.
The truth is that when we shave, you don't feel anything, but there could be a bruise on your skin.
Yes, yes.
So that's why, when
Once
you
you apply,
shave, you
it will
use
sting.
exactly to sting. There's a bruise that you don't know. So there's a bruise. Your body try to protect you against infection, against any external thing. Then your lymph nodes will react.
Okay.
So that is it. At times you feel it, then at times it goes away.
Okay.
So even if it doesn't go away, once you check it out and we are able to
Put your mind
confirm
at
that,
rest.
Yes,
So
because I felt peace.
yeah,
at
so
the
we
end
shouldn't
of the
take
day.
anything for
So,
granted.
but you
Coming
mentioned
back to
something
that.
before. Yes, sorry.
Okay.
You know something about we said something about birth controls.
Yeah.
What about implants? Do they predispose with breast implants? Do they predispose people to or that kinds of cancer?
No.
No. It don't.
It
So it's
doesn't.
safe.
It doesn't. Yes, those that feel they want
Sema
to. So
boobs.
but the only thing is that you see, it could now pose a challenge when we are screening. So
Okay,
because
yeah.
there will now be different methods to be able to check well to be sure that it's not covering any small lesion.
Small lesion,
Okay.
yeah.
Exactly.
Okay,
so.
one more bias from you. Any myth that you've heard?
Well,
Any other
I
myths
know people
you've mentioned?
say when you don't wear bras or when you wear bras for too long, it predisposes one to having breast cancer. I can remember at a very young age, I was still in year 1 then in school. I didn't really like putting on the whole bra thing. And so I could remember one day feeling lumps in my breast. Fortunately for me, it was in the both breasts. And but good enough, they were removed and sent to the laboratory. Yes, it didn't come out as cancer. It came out as one of those other diagnoses, fibroadenoma.
Adenoma.
And so, but this is also an opportunity to say whenever you feel anything maybe
at all,
a discharge,
please run.
maybe pause,
Run to the
maybe
doctor.
anything abnormal. And that's why we are advocating for people to know their breasts. So, and it doesn't just end in the surgery room, removing the lump. Make sure the lump sample is taken to the laboratory for proper evaluation and diagnosis.
Okay.
Sorry, can I say another myth is what you don't know doesn't kill you. So
now
that's
decide to
why
leave
people not to check.
I
I think that is wrong.
Please know
It's
it.
better to know
There's nothing like what
as
you don't know.
early as possible so
Absolutely,
that
yeah.
something can be
Early
done.
detection.
Know it, please. Early detection is
saves
key.
life,
Please.
Exactly.
So whatever you feel like, Ezinne said, know your breast.
Sure.
You notice anything abnormal, you run to the hospital.
Exactly.
You run, you
And
get
know your
it checked.
family history
Yes,
as well.
where the BRCA comes
BRCA
in,
comes
right?
in, the BRCA 1
Well,
and 2.
guys, it is quite amazing to stop. It's difficult, but what can we do? So please, like I said, follow and subscribe, like, share. Follow us on Spotify. My name is Uchenna Amadi. Thank you very much.
Thank you.